Welcome back, everybody. It's Colonel Cash here for our third module. Today we're going to talk about car loans, because most everybody has a car loan and it's a big expense. So I'm going to give you some knowledge on when to buy a car, how much you can buy a car for, what can you afford, what's it really going to cost you, what about down payments, things like that. So I can put you in better shape. So when you're ready to get a car, you can get a car that you like, but you can afford and not have it be some big problem for you. For most people, their car loan's the biggest payment they make every month besides their rent or their mortgage. So it's a big deal. It's going to probably be somewhere around 20% or 25% even of your take-home pay, which is a lot. So you've got to be positioned so you can afford that. Just looking up some information here, the average car loan in the United States, the payment is $745 a month. That's average for a new car. That's a lot of money. If you get a used car, which is cheaper, of course, it's going to be $550 on average. When you buy a car and get a loan, you say it's 72 months or 84 months, 6 years or 7 years. That's a long time in the future you're going to have to be making that payment. So you need to have a payment that makes sense, that you can consistently do, that's not going to put you in a big hole, because that's a long time to be stuck in the hole. So that's why we're going to give you some education on cars. So one thing I get asked a lot is, should I buy a lease or lease a car instead of buying a car? Leasing a car is cheaper. The monthly payment is less. The reason the monthly payment is less is because you're not actually paying for the car. You're simply renting it and using it. You're paying for wear and tear. It is a lower monthly payment. It's a higher down payment because you've got to pay extra months up front. Most people pay $6,000 or $8,000 up front to lease a car. But over the next 3 or 4 years, it is cheaper per month. The big problem is when it's done after 36 months or 24, 48 months, whatever, you don't own anything. That car's not yours. You've got to give it back. But there's stuff you have to do before you give it back. Number one, you've got to pay for extra mileage. If you went over there 10,000 or 12,000 miles a year, you owe them 30 cents a mile. So that'll cost you several $100s per year. Second, if there's excess wear and tear, you've got to pay for that. Third, if there's any dings or dents or something, even if it wasn't your fault, you're going to have to pay for that. So a lot of people get stuck turning in a car and wow, suddenly owe $4,200 to the dealer for all these things. And you have no car. So you're out cash at the end. You have no wheels. Now you got to go buy a new car. So what they end up doing is they roll it into a new lease for a new car and you start over again. But the problem is you keep doing that, you are paying for rent for cars forever. And yes, if you want to have a new car every 3 years and the money doesn't matter, go for it. Lease a car. That's a great program. But if you want to eventually save some money, do other things, if you're not just plain old rich, I suggest you buy a car and own it. And by the way, there is an option usually to buy a car for the residual value after 3 years or 4 years. You can buy it when you're done. But that means you've got to pay $18,000 or $25,000 or get a loan for it to buy your own used car. It just doesn't work mathematically. It only works if you want a new car every year and every 3 years, and it doesn't matter how much it costs. So just statistically, right now in America, the average car loan, the loan amount is $41,000. That's what people are paying. That's an average car payment of $633 a month for a nominal car that's worth $42,000 plus taxes and fees. So if you go make a down payment or trade in of $3,000 or $4,000, that generally pays the taxes. Most states you have to pay a sales tax for a new car, and the taxes, fees, documents, tax title, license, and all that. So you buy a $42,000 car, you owe $41,000 even after your down payment. Over 7 years, you're going to spend $12,000 on interest. So when you take your $42,000 car, add in the interest, plus the total payments, you've actually paid $57,000 for your car. So that's $15,000 of something else you don't get because of the loan. Now, that is something most people can't go buy a car for cash. I get that. I don't go buy a car for cash. No. You've got to be very well off in order to do that. Hey, it's Colonel Cash here again. Today I want to take a moment and thank you, all of you that are listening and watching and leaving comments and likes on these videos. I hope it's helping you out, and at least you get a plan so you can get started, so you can eventually feel like you've got control of your finances and you can do things that you want to do, not just let your money do what it wants to do. So keep doing that. Keep sharing these videos with family and friends. Whenever you leave a comment or ask a question, you're helping me to help you. So let me know, because I really am here to help you. Unless everybody you know is rich and doesn't have a financial worry, you probably know somebody who could use a little bit of help. So for me, what's rewarding is knowing that you're listening, paying attention, and you were able to make some progress. So go out to the Patreon website. You can subscribe to that. It's only $5 a month. $5 a month to get real financial advice from somebody with experience. $5 a month to get some questions answered. $5 a month for someone to give you a real game plan and give you tools so that you can do what you need to do to get where you need to be. That's the whole goal here. And you're going to get extra content. You might get early releases of videos. There'll be extra tips and tricks that not everybody gets. That's not expensive. That's a minor investment. And hopefully, if you're seeing the value of this, we're getting you on a path that you're saving money and making progress. $5 is nothing to you. It's just a small amount. It's all going to be in the information below. So just scroll down and look at that, and it'll take you right to where you need to go. Thanks again, friends.